Good afternoon and welcome to the midweek edition of The Buzz, your social media program on television. It's Wednesday, the 15th of May 2019. My name is Patience Bello Kafo, always here with what's trending on social media. And of course, I'm not alone at the table. Comrade Rahman Adebiyi is back on the show. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Back on the show. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Comrade Adebiyi is a chartered accountant by profession. He's also the Lagos State Chairman for Liberation Movement and a political analyst. Welcome to the show. Also, we have joining us Michael Odiong. I like to refer to him as my big brother. Good afternoon, Michael.
Good afternoon, Patience.
Thanks for making it to the show.
Good.
All right, he's a top media executive and he's also a media and social analyst. Welcome again, Michael.
Thank you.
Okay, we await the arrival of Honorable Ogumuyiwa Kolawole Sunday. We hope he'll be joining us in the course of the program. And also welcome you viewers to the table this afternoon. 0802-836-8971 is the number to use. And you can send in your contributions via SMS. Going straight into our program this afternoon, we start with what's trending on social media. Customs recruitment. 828,333 Nigerians jostle for 3,200 vacancies. In what is clearly a manifestation of the worrisome level of unemployment in the country, the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, received in excess of 800,000 online applications from prospective job seekers who are jostling for just 3,200 advertised vacancies in the paramilitary agency. The figure was realized on Monday night after it shut its 3-week recruitment portal to formally prepare for the next phase of the 2019 recruitment exercise. The spokesman of Customs, Joseph Atta, explained that out of the over 800,000 that applied online, more than 500,000 candidates successfully completed the process, while in excess of 100,000 registered on the portal but failed to complete the process. Of course, we recall that the Acting Deputy Comptroller General of Customs, Umar Sanusi, in April, announced at a press briefing that 2,200 persons will be recruited as general duty junior officers, while 800 will be between the rank of customs assistant and superintendent. Now here we are, just 3,200 vacancies and over 800 applications.
800,000.
800,000, yes.
You can't even do the maths or try to find a ratio. It's worrisome.
Mind-blowing.
If you do it, you get 0.003. It means that the level of unemployment rate in Nigeria, if you just by this case study, it means that it's beyond even what the NBC or the Bureau of Statistics is telling us, because it means that a lot of Nigerians, NBS is telling us, because it means that a lot of Nigerians are out of job.
Exactly.
And every day, a lot of Nigerians lose their job. At which rate do they gain job? You can't even, this is a measurement of at which rate the government employ. When you get that statistics now to this, at which rate everybody drops job to this, you realize that the gap in society is enormous. And people are dying out of frustration. Because I tell people, you just need to check the yardstick and check the symptoms of what will come. When you hear depression, frustrations, people dying, crime rate, you don't need to ask too much. What are the things that are fueling all these factors? Unemployment. Because an idle mind is a devil's workshop. And these are people who want to be gainfully employed. Look at how many numbers there are to the little number of jobs that we have. I think we cannot overcry that the government of today need to do so much more than they can ever imagine. In
terms of employment?
Yeah.
All right, Michael.
Okay, for me, it's still the same old story. The only difference is that here this is a portal compared to during Jonathan's time when
Where the
over
stampede
50,000
actually-
people,
yes.
you know, gathered at the stadium
Yeah.
and there was a stampede and
Yeah.
people died. So you'd expect, of course, the figure to rise because it is a portal, or it's an online thing. But more worrisome is the fact that here we are, government is creating opportunities in Empower and the rest of them for people to get employed. And yet we have over 800,000 people seeking to be in the customs. Now, there are two things. Either these people are actually looking at the benefits to stand on the roads and also collect and make their own money
Roger.
and seize goods, you know, confiscate a lot of things and just make themselves rich, or it is purely the fact that there is no job.
they just want to be employed somehow.
They just want to be employed somehow,
Yes.
you know. And for me, we should move the discussion from government trying to create jobs to government trying to create an enabling environment so that people can be entrepreneurs. The level of entrepreneurship in this country is still less than 0.5%. So you would have to grow that sector. You would have to make people find employment by themselves. They have to employ themselves. And the only way they can employ themselves is to make sure that you create an enabling environment. The banks create friendly interest rates that, you know, the average
On
Nigerian
soft
can go
loans,
and borrow money
Yeah.
and do business.
get
You
that.
have electricity working and you have infrastructures working.
It's key.
So once you do that, there will be no need for over 800,000 people to go and register for customs. But as long as you do not get that right, everybody would jostle for the little positions that are available.
Okay. All right. Anyways, just in case you're hearing this for the first time and you're thinking, wow, I should have sent in my application. It has closed, okay? It's been shut down already. And I think they are now in the screening stage. All right, moving it along. I am wiser now, so says Governor Ambode. Governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode, after visiting President Buhari yesterday morning, was quoted as saying, I am wiser now. I am now a politician and not a technocrat. The governor said with what experience has taught him in the last 4 years as governor of Lagos, he is now a wise man. All right, let's go. Let's go see the video clip to that. We'll be back.
See, every politician learns every day. The mere fact remains that I came in as a technocrat. So I used to call myself a techno-politician, but I think I'm wiser now. I'm more of a politician than a technocrat.
Okay, we're back. All right, comrade, very short statement, but a loaded one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think it's trying to make those positive statements now. It needs all the positivity around it
All
now.
right, exactly.
Because, it has gone through fire. Because when somebody has gone through what he has gone through and it come out still standing, I think I give kudos to him.
I doff my heart to him.
And
really.
he's a technocrat. That's not, that's we know. It doesn't need to tell us that again. But the fact that we expect him to metamorphose into a round leader, a politician, a leader that takes the people who understand the yearning of all the stakeholders. Because you can't operate in isolations. And especially when you are in a political system where everybody has a lot of intrigues and a lot of a lot of interest both from above, the top, and the side, and even from beneath. So you must be a master of that, and you must ensure that you always keep some interest. You hold them down. Some you satisfy them. Some, if you can't satisfy them, you find a way, to pacify them for you to get what you want to get done. Yes, he has gone through the fire, and now he's a better politician.
Okay. All right. Michael.
It depends on what you mean by a better politician. Politics is not defined by your ability to pass through fire and then come out and you think you're a better politician. Politics is about being able to understand the party structure, follow the party guidelines, and then help the party to grow.
Okay.
Once you do not do that,
Ideally,
you can,
in an ideal situation.
You know,
Okay.
but once you do not get that right, then the party will continue to deal with you. So the only thing that I can say is, oh, he has learnt his lessons. But being a better politician, that still
It's
needs
left,
to be looked
left
at.
for the party
Because
to see. Okay.
if you say you're a better politician, first and foremost, you must carry the party along before you even talk of the people. Because it is the party that would make you. Without the party, yes, you can have the people's backing, but without a party, then there's no structure for you, except you want to create your own structure.
What I'm trying to add to this is that before now, from what we have read on different social media and what he has said himself, is that he wants to come and develop. So, and I tell people, if you come on the platform of a political party and you get position, you didn't just get position, especially for him who has not been into politics. You know, he's been a civil servant all his life, and we can see the track record. And coming into politics, you are there. You didn't find yourself there by virtue of any whiskers. You find yourself there by virtue of people who have been practicing and been, you know, in the maintaining that structure for you to come and lash on.
Exactly.
And when he got there, how, from my point of view, I think how he got it wrong was that he was not able to manage, because it's a function of management. There's no structure, there's no superstructure anywhere in the world that will not want to, you know, hamstrung you. But it's left to you as a people manager, because one of the key factors as a politician is you must know how to manage people, and you must know how to keep your KPIs, and you must watch what you say.
Okay.
And then you must watch your side, left, right, and center.
Okay, all right, Governor Ambode, we are glad you're wiser now. But as a politician, that's still to be seen. Exactly. I think that's more apt.
Yes,
I have learnt my lessons.
But he's a
All
better
right.
politician now.
Yes. All
You
right.
want to go through that again?
Let's move it along. You have the right to search a policeman before he searches you. So says the Nigeria Police Force. The Nigeria Police Force says Nigerians have the right to search its men in select circumstances. The Force Public Relations Officer, Frank Umba, said this in a statement on Monday titled Part 2, Tips for Safe and Cordial Conduct During an Arrest. The police said if an officer is about to search a citizen or a property, that citizen has the right to first search the policeman in order to ensure that no evidence is planted. According to NPF, Nigerians also have the right to demand to know the reason for their arrest whenever an arrest is about to be made. The statement also read in part, you may politely request that the officer be searched before searching you. Oftentimes, this helps to allay fears that someone may be trying to plant incriminating items on you or implicate you in any way. The force called on Nigerians never to resist arrests, even if it seems unjustified. It also counseled Nigerians to never interfere in the arrest of a third party. A Nigerian also has the right to decline writing a statement upon arrest.
Yeah, of course, what he has said is in place. And the
On
question,
paper?
no, even in reality.
Really?
I'll explain to you.
Go ahead.
The question is, there are two sets of policemen. Those who are more civil, who are more cerebral, and those who we talk about, who we are worried about, who we want them to improve over time. When they come to your house and they want to effect an arrest on you, they knock on your gate. Who is knocking on your gate? Common sense tells us that the person needs to identify himself, even if he sees him in uniform. Why are you here? Why are you here? The next thing he's going to produce is an arrest warrant. You are under arrest. For what? It's stated in the warrant. I have the right to search your property. It will be stated in that warrant that this is the right to search your property. And for you to now say, okay, come into my property, you need to go a step further. To say, oh, okay. He will say it as a civilized police officer. He will say it, you have the right to search us before we search your property. Then you can carry on and search him and ensure that there's no incriminating factor. That's for property. That is done, is doable. Nigerians do that a lot, except for those who are ignorant, who do not know their rights. And that's what we're advocating, that Nigerians know their rights. Number two is the people on the police officer on the road. He didn't clarify that to Nigerians. How do you have because when they stop you, the next thing they say is, "Come and open your boots."
Yeah.
And they're wearing the gun. How can you tell a man that's wearing the gun in the middle of the bush
now we're being
to
real.
say that you want to search him?
Exactly.
I think this is the part in which the MPF need to come to the table.
Exactly.
And
We need
explain to more
clarifications
Nigerians
on that.
and educate the officers themselves as to how to relate to Nigeria. Because one thing I keep telling the institution in Nigeria are our police, our personnel are, they all need anger management training because they flare up in the slightest opportunity. Yes, everybody in Nigeria is frustrated because of the economic condition, but don't transfer yours to me. I will not transfer mine to you.
Okay, all right, I get that, and I like what you mentioned. But then, Michael, I mean, it's good the Nigeria Police Force are educating Nigerians on their rights. Do you think the average policeman knows that the citizens out there even have rights at all? You know why I'm asking? I mean, we've all passed through the police before, and we know how they really behave. Yeah.
Have you ever quoted the law to a policeman before? And he will tell you that your law is wrong.
Exactly.
No,
and he makes you understand that.
No, I think I have. I think the people in which there are questionables are the ones you find on the road. Those who, when
those ones you find on the road are the closest to the people.
That is the problem.
They are the ones you really interact with.
That is the problem. Okay, a policeman comes to my house. Definitely, you must have a warrant to search my house.
Yeah.
How many policemen actually understand what warrant is?
And actually
do they even
show
go?
it.
They just come and barge into your house and do whatever they want to do and walk away. And even if you are trying to be civil and ask for a warrant, I mean, a man holding a gun, you can't argue with him. Yeah. So you have to do what, I mean,
yes, of course. You can't argue with a man.
You understand? So he has to do what he came to do. So the question is, the Nigerian police force is telling Nigerians they have a right to search, which is a suicide mission. Because, I mean, a man with a gun and then you are telling him you want to search him. Where do you start from? You understand? But there are selected cases that you can do that. But the whole crux of the matter is Nigerians as a people do not even understand all these laws and acts of the police. Because I asked myself, when I was growing up, the police people with the yellow uniform were mainly traffic wardens. Yeah. Their major job was to control traffic. But today, you see them coming to ask you for your particulars. And when you ask back, what's your business with particulars?
It becomes an issue.
You know, it's like, you did teach me my job.
Exactly.
So I think, like I always say, and I don't know why we have to discuss police every time I come here. I hope they're not looking at me. I'm fighting for your cause. But the truth of the matter is we still need to go back and restructure the whole police system.
Exactly.
That is the only, no matter how you come and tell people, you are telling them to come and commit suicide, come and search policeman. When the average policeman on the street is, how do I put it, regularly high on whatever, and he doesn't understand what he's saying.
And then wielding a gun gives you some sense of superiority. I mean, for lack of a better word.
So how can you come and argue with him? There's a level to which you argue with him.
That's why.
I think this education, comrade, this education the MPF are putting out to Nigerians, I think it should begin with their men.
Exactly.
Yes, let's enlighten the policemen to know that we have rights that they need to respect.
Two things we need to appreciate. I think Frank Mba is doing well by coming out, and because when you dish out information like this, it will engage with people. People ask questions. Now we're asking questions, and we're telling him to go further by saying that, yes, because he has two sides of the coin to address. He needs to address internal, which is the men of the personnel. I need to address the people. When you're addressing the people, I'm suggesting that please let them address the men, and let us, even the populace, know what you have addressed the men about us, so that we can know, because it takes two sides of the coin. There should be an FAQ as to what is just said. So it's not just a tip that comes out at interval. It should be an overall FAQ, you know, frequently asked questions that people will have answers for. So that when people are engaged, they can quickly go back with their phone. Nigerians now have a lot of mobile phones to themselves. They can quickly go online and check what is my responsibility when I'm being stopped. So that a police officer will not just arrest you for no reason.
Exactly.
Because one of the things that the police officers do is not even an arrest. In some quarters, is exploitation, is harassment, is to cow your mentality. Because when somebody sees you and want to extort you, he will use all manner of shenanigans to push you to a corner so that he can box you. And by the time every Nigerians like to want to always bail out quickly.
Of course.
And so they quickly say, Oga,
So
wait till you
settle.
want. So I think this is the best opportunity that he has given to himself and to Nigerians to know their right. So they need to begin to educate Nigerians on their right. Because if you don't know your right internally, how do you know your right when you go to other countries of the world?
But are we saying that Nigerians don't know their rights? That I don't believe that.
I believe that because
Many Nigerians know their rights. The problem is
the low-level Nigerians, sorry to use the word low level, the illiterate Nigerians don't even know. Because, how do I mean? When I was in a public transport some time ago, and a police officer was standing on the road trying to create a checkpoint in the night of a vehicle. And a passenger was saying, what do they want? Why are they always stopping vehicles at night? Forgetting that it is for him, it is his responsibility, and it is for him. Because the people themselves don't know that the police have the right to mount roadblock at certain time of the day. Do you understand? To ensure that, yes, there are no... Because, take for instance, if they hear an alert of something happening, they'll quickly do that. But the people do not even know that this can be done.
no, I don't think so. There is already a mentality built inside the people that every road checkpoint is a collecting point.
Exactly.
Well, that's another angle to it.
So there's no how you will see a checkpoint. The first thing you are thinking of, they want to collect money.
Because
So it's not about your safety. Yes, if it were in a situation whereby you know that, okay, this is for your safety, they are not collecting money, then you will be happy to see
You'll
checkpoints.
comply.
But at
all
every
right,
point in
gentlemen,
time,
let's
it is
not dwell
so.
too much on this topic. But like the MPF has said to Nigerians, any policeman that wants to search you, search first.
Thumbs up for
If you dare.
thumbs up for Frank Mba.
If you
Wonderful
dare.
exhibition.
All right, moving it along. Nigerians celebrate Leah Sharibu as she marks 16th birthday anniversary in Boko Haram custody. Hundreds of people yesterday stormed Nigeria's mission house in the United Kingdom and the United States of America for prayer vigils as part of global concerns for the 16th birthday anniversary for Leah Sharibu, one of the 110 girls abducted by Boko Haram from their school in Dapchi, Yobe State on February 18, 2018. As the waiting continues, notable Nigerians took to social media yesterday to celebrate Leah on her birthday and also to remind President Muhammadu Buhari of his promise of ensuring Leah's release. Now, today actually marks 450 days of Leah Sharibu being in Boko Haram custody, and also 420 more days after the rest of her mates were released. Okay, there's a video of Nigerians actually wishing her a happy birthday that's been trending on social media. Let's quickly go and see this. We'll be back.
Happy 16th birthday. My name is Renal Mokri. You probably don't know me, but I know your mom and your dad. I've been going around the world, 19 countries this year alone, telling people about your story, and I've been wearing my free Leah Sharibu clothing around the world. I wrote this book also to tell people about your story, so you're not forgotten. A couple of friends of mine are going to be joining me after this, and international flutist Tima Kumashala composed a song for your birthday, for your 16th birthday. Enjoy this.
I want to use this opportunity to wish Leah Sharibu a happy 16th birthday. I strongly believe that all hands are on deck, making sure you eventually come home to be with your loved ones. And by this time next year, I pray we all gather in your home to wish you a happy 17th birthday.
Happy birthday, Leah. I know I'm going to see you very soon. When you get out of captivity, I will be the first to come see you at home with your parents. We're all praying for you, and I know a beautiful girl like you will come home to go to school, go to university, become a lawyer, so you can help us fight injustice. I love you.
Happy 16th birthday, Leah Sharibu. My name is Senator Alin Dume. I am a Muslim, but I join my friend Reno Omokri in praying for your freedom. May the spirit of Ramadan touch the heart of your captors to release you as soon as possible in the spirit of this holy month of Ramadan. Happy birthday, Leah Sharibu.
Well, happy birthday, Leah Sharibu. And the federal government has promised us they're going to get her released. And I think time is fast running out. And at so many fora, they've shared some of the strategy trying to get her released. But as we speak, she's still in captivity. And I pray that God touches the heart of these people, because it's unfortunate that we have consistently been in these positions, and other people who have been in these positions that are in captivity as we speak. I pray that God touches, and they all find freedom. Amen. And are released back to the society to become and achieve their dreams. So, but the truth of the matter is this: what is the role of the government? We keep going back to the same questions. And I always say, when the foundation is wrong, so many things will come on board and become wrong. And this is a failure of Nigerian political system. And how do I mean? If the political system, for you to change the people, when you set right their political system and it's right, the people will eventually evolve, and the system and sanity will come into play. Because the political system will give forth leaders who are accountable, who will govern well. The governance spirit will be total. Accountability, corruption will be reduced to bare minimum. A lot of things will begin to work. Do you understand? When you say this is our commonwealth, they will not pillage it. You understand? So many things will fall in place and everybody will be happy. Because as a leader, your joy is when you look back to your people and you look at their well-being, and they're happy, they are secured. Their smile will give you joy. Their smile will give you happiness. And at the end of the day, you feel happy. It's not about the amount of wealth you amass. In no time, everybody's going to pass on to grace beyond.
That's true.
And at the end of the day, you ask yourself the question, how many of all this wealth I've accumulated am I going to take away? No. Those generations that you are keeping those wealth for, they don't care. The children of this age that are being born, if you look at them, they live a different mindset and lifestyle, different from everything that you have put together for them.
Well said.
So, why?
True.
Thank
Michael?
For me, I join Nigerians in wishing Leah Sharibu a happy 16th birthday, and I pray that God in his infinite mercy will cause her to be released.
Amen.
And bring her back to her parents. It's not easy being in captivity for so long, especially as a young child. One thing for sure is that she can never be the same, psychologically, mentally, and
emotionally, everything. Yeah.
But we are praying for her safety.
Anyhow, we want her back.
Yes, we want her back, and we pray that the government of the day will continue to do what they are supposed to do to make sure that she regains her freedom.
Yeah, I think the government needs to be a bit firmer. That is my, in terms of all this, because
we
the
pray that
abductions
they will just do what they are supposed
to do. Well, that's a lighter way of putting it. I mean, according to UNICEF, since the start of Boko Haram, over 1.1 million children have been abducted in Nigeria. That is a very terrible statistics coming, from all of this insurgency issues we've been faced with.
Even in the short, the report of the last quarter of 2019 shows that if we have to justify that report to the Nigerian system, the country is already a failed state. Because how do you define a failed state? A failed state means that when you can no longer secure the life and property of your citizenry, and even those who are the leaders themselves are crying. Look at them in the House of Assembly in Abuja. They can't even go back to their constituency to account to the people.
Okay. All right, please, let's do the necessary. I don't know if Leah Sharibu is going to see all these shout outs, but I like to think that this will somehow, help the family, in moving on. All right, let's see how viewers have been reacting to the trending stories so far. Chief Osho from Igbesi Akoko says, Ambode is simply saying he's ready to take care of party members in future. All right. Zira Fumi from Yola says, is it the Nigeria police or what? Police is not our friend there. Michael, you are right. We don't understand the police anymore. Thank you, Fumi, for that. All right, my friend Jonah Bulus from Kaduna State says, good day, patients. Looking great as usual. Thank you. The Boss is a must-watch program. Ambode is not far from the truth because he now knows the good, the bad, and ugly side of Nigerian politics. Good afternoon to you all. My name is Pius. It's not wrong to search a Nigeria police, but before you do it, look at the policeman's face. If not, you will see yourself in heaven. All right. Federal government facilitated the release of Zainab Aliyu but neglected Leah. God is watching all of them. Kayode from Akure. Those are two different scenarios. The Zainab Aliyu arrests and Leah's case is an abduction. Okay. Okay, the Love Rose from Joss says you are in hostage for loving Jesus. We were promised by Buhari last year you'll be home, but till now, we pray for you all the time. God is with you. Happy birthday, pretty Leah. Thank you for that. We have to move it along because of time to our major story of the day. Life pension for lawmakers. Recently, lawmakers in both Bayelsa and Kano states made moves to guarantee life pension and other juicy perks for its members. The fourth step attracted a barrage of criticisms and public angst toward the legislators for even conceiving such an idea in the first place. In the case of Bayelsa, the lawmakers passed a bill that will grant life pension for all present and past members of the state legislature, including lawmakers of Bayelsa origin who served in the old River State before Bayelsa was carved out of it. According to the bill, former speakers will receive 500,000 naira monthly pension. The deputies will get 200,000 naira, while other members are to get 100,000 naira until they die. That in Kano is similar but slightly different. Now, in the Pensions Rights of Speaker and Deputy Speaker Law 2019, the lawmakers made a provision for life pension for the Speaker and Deputy Speaker after they leave office, equivalent of what day 7 speakers and deputies are being paid, in addition to local and foreign medical trips and brand new luxury cars every 4 years, all paid for by the state government, the same state government that cannot pay salaries. All right, anyways, the proviso is that the beneficiaries do not hold any paid elective and appointive positions. Those impeached from office are also not entitled to the privileges. But then God bless the governor of Bayelsa State, Governor Seriake Dixon, who of course jettisoned the bill. The Kano State governor has neither assented nor so is in limbo, like they say. But gentlemen, life pension for lawmakers. Let's talk about this.
Why are we complaining? Why are we complaining? The governor collects life pension. They build mansion for him both in the state and Abuja, and then he changes cars. So why the lawmakers, are they not the lawmakers? They also want to feel belonged and also eat the largesse. Because, I mean, they make the bills and they consent to whatever monies the governor wants to spend. So it shows that we as a people were in trouble. That revolution we have been looking for will come anytime soon.
Shouldn't the Nigerian people be incensed, you know, with this kind of a thing coming out from the lawmakers who are supposed to push forward, you know, issues that are of importance and interest to the masses?
If you check the development in those states that we're talking about, you see that they are below par. The life expectancy rate of citizens in those states is very low.
Really low.
The infrastructure level is very low. The everything that government should be doing, they're even pillaging, and they're, see, it's challenging to common sense that somebody will come because you are elected to come and serve. What you are owning public trust. If the people want, they will tell you this is what we want. And the people, see, I don't know why now the people, Nigerians, in some parlance, they say we are docile. This is some of the elements in docility that we are finding ourselves. The people in that state should come out and go to that assembly and tell them that it's a no-no. But the question is, do people even know what goes on there? No. So what you don't know, when it comes into the media, that's the only time you can be aware. So it's absurd.
You mentioned Kano. Kano is a very pathetic case. Now, a governor wakes up and decides to form 4 more emirates, which distorts the centuries of structure,
History.
traditional history and
politics.
structure of politics. And then you wake up and form 4 more emirates, and people come out. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is going against it. It's okay by everybody. And then you come and the lawmakers come. I bet you what will happen is the governor will consent to it in Kano. Because as far as it's concerned, it's politics. What is the pedigree of the man as a governor? We know the instances where a lot of shenanigans have gone on, and the federal government is not doing anything about it. They are not holding him accountable for anything. And the man goes to win elections, and then you say he will not give the lawmakers who at a point wanted to probe him, and they stopped for whatever reason, and you want him not to reward them?
This is appalling. The other day we were discussing the Kano Emirates. I did mention that there are over 3.5 million unemployed youths in Kano State alone, as it were. Of course, we've seen some of the achievements of the governor of that state. I mean, 1,500. He paid for wedding for.
But the question is, we must. The issue at hand must not be allowed. See,
how did we even arrive at this point?
If Nigerians don't shout from every corner, this will snowball into other states. And this is absurdity that some selected people are trying to perpetrate. If you want that, then make sure that this government works. And it's a commonwealth of everybody. Because it's just that you want to sit back and begin to enjoy the largesse while the rest of people suffer. If you want to enjoy as much as that, let's all fix together this country so that everybody can enjoy the largesse of this country. By so doing, you don't need all those perks of office that you're talking about, those medical trips abroad. Let's all fix this country and let's stay here and make it work.
I mean, so many times on this program we've talked about, you know, one of the ways of making, cleaning up our politics is making those positions less attractive.
This is
and here we are talking
somebody
about
adding more to it.
Yes, adding to.
I saw a report yesterday. I can't remember, but I think lawmakers, federal lawmakers or so, kicking against restricted medical traveling. And I asked myself, are these people serious? So that means, number one, you do not want to fix our hospitals. We are not ready to develop our infrastructures. You'd rather prefer to go abroad every time you have headache to get treated abroad. For whatever reason, you take our monies outside and then you say people will not complain. Why would a man come and serve 4 years as a lawmaker and then wants to collect 500,000 monthly life pension when people have served 30, 35 years
in public,
public service,
civil service,
and they cannot even receive 50,000 naira pension, and they are dying standing on the queues?
After having given the best of their years, in serving the country. Anyways, this is not exactly like the first time the lawmakers are trying to enact laws that is favorable to them only. Last year, federal legislators passed a law granting themselves immunity from prosecution. I'm sure we are aware of that. Now, the law a STAG Legislative Houses Power and Privileges Act 2018. It grants members of the legislative houses in National Assembly and state houses of assembly immunity from litigation for actions taken in plenary or committee proceedings. I mean, we know this sort of immunity was formerly enjoyed by governors and maybe deputy governors, but they want all of that to be extended,
it's a way to perpetrate impunity. Period. When the people are mentally not stable, you see, you don't need to go. They keep saying that we keep comparing Nigeria with Sinai Clyde. As when you go to some part of Europe, you will be next to a minister in a public transport, and he is not weary. He feels at home. He's going in the course of his business of the day. But in Nigeria, those we elect into public offices in trust for the people will now put iron rods around themselves, bulletproof and everything. Who are they guiding themselves for? From the people who have put them there, who could have denied them the opportunity. I think Nigerians need to wake up to the reality that this cannot continue.
They are waking up. I mean, you have a situation in the UK where a minister's wife spends £3,000 of government coffers and the minister has to resign. Compare that to Nigeria, where they loot our monies and then they use our monies to fight us.
That's what it is. Impunity, total impunity.
So how are you able to substantiate that?
This is on another level. Anyways, facts we also have is in the 2019 appropriation bill. If you don't know what appropriation, the budget sent to them by the president, the federal lawmakers expanded the budget proposal by 90 billion naira to accommodate a hefty 24 billion naira severance package for themselves. Let's go to the feedback platform. Ozuma Anderson from Ebonyi State says, hello, Nigerian police are not friendly to the people. They need special sensitization because some of them don't know their jobs. And he went further to say our leaders should not be greedy. They should make life easy for Nigerians. I pity the masses, but God will help us. This one is asking for the names of the discussants. My panelists today. I hope this is in good faith. Okay.
I hope he's not a policeman.
If you go to our social media pages across board, you will get the names of everyone on the program for every day. All right, life pension for lawmakers is unreasonable. People should resist it. Our politicians are too selfish. Femi Salami from Ikorodu sent that one in. All right, this one says, life pension for lawmakers. Okay, I have read this one. This is a pathetic situation we find ourselves. The ruling class is getting themselves richer while masses are poorer. We need a revolution. Remy from Lagos sent that one in. Okay. Somebody is asking here, oh, Patience, are you Miss or Mrs.? Are you kidding me? After all these years? All right, Fatima Ibrahim from Kaduna. I support the man in blue. Thank you. You are on point. Our lawmakers do not have the nation's love at heart. Those who ask for such deserve life imprisonment. Ayo sent that one in. All Nigerian top politicians did not understand that Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. Okay, Pius, thank you for sending that one in. Paying elected members of only 4 years in office with millions and denying a civil worker of 35 years peanuts. Jide sent that one in. All right, this one is saying happy birthday to Leah all the way from trailer.com.ng. All right, there's a particular message I was looking for. This person actually, okay, yeah, I found it. This one is coming from Umar Hamza from Abuja. He says, life pension is too short. They should ask for postmortem pension. I mean, the situation we find ourselves in is quite dire. And we keep talking every time that there is no money in the country. You know, everybody has to cut down on everything. And you expect people in seats of power to actually lead by example. Bringing this out, it's not what the public needs at this time. All right, because our time is almost up. In 10 seconds each, gentlemen, let's conclude all we've said today.
Well, Nigerians, it's a time to begin to hold your leaders accountable, because when you begin to hold them accountable, then they begin to respond back to you with the dividend of democracy that you yearn for and you voted them into positions for. So, because we are going to have some new set of leaders into positions now in less than about 14 days. So now begin to dust and keep a tab, keep a jot of what happens in your constituency. Be interested in what happens to your constituency, in your state, in your country, and how that relates to you.
Okay.
And begin to hold them accountable.
All right.
When we say hold them accountable, it does not mean you go and block the road all the time, but you can speak up at the right time.
All right, Michael.
Use social media wisely and positively. Engage your lawmakers and your government officials. And then, federal government, please and please and please, put the structures in place for everybody to feel your impact. Simple.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming out today. Our guest today has been Comrade Rahman Adebiyi. Thank you, sir, for coming. And also Michael Odiong. Thank you so much for coming. All right. Thank you, viewers, for your contributions today. Tomorrow, same time on Galaxy, we'll be back with another juicy episode. Hope you'll join us again. Have a nice day.
Thank you.